I was 14. The summer it happened. The one time I knew fear in a new way, like a shiver in my bones. Our small town rested in a quiet valley, wrapped in tall trees, and the road back home wound through the forest, thick with shadows, secrets. It was late one evening, clouds covering the stars, leaving only pale moonlight. I walked the path alone, as I often did, trusting the familiar trail. But that night felt different. A cold breeze rose up, carrying a whisper, a soft calling of my name, but in a voice unknown. I froze, heart racing, looking into the darkness. The trees leaned in closer, as if they were watching, their branches swaying, their whispers growing louder. It was then I saw it, a faint glow up ahead, a flickering light just off the trail. I knew these woods well, every rock, every fallen branch. And yet, I couldn't recall ever seeing light here before. Curiosity took hold of me. The same curiosity that had often led me astray pushed me to wonder. I took a step closer, the light growing brighter, its warmth tugging at me. My mind warned me. A part of me knew better, but another part felt drawn. In that moment, I felt as if the light understood me, knew the secrets I carried, the questions I held inside, the ones no one else heard. It was like the light promised some kind of answer. I pushed through the underbrush, the leaves crunching beneath me, and there, in a small clearing, I saw something strange. An old cabin crumbling, like it had stood here forever, forgotten by time. Its windows glowed faintly, a soft golden hue. The door creaked open slightly, as if inviting me in. I could feel my pulse, steady and hard in my chest. Yet somehow, I kept walking. Inside, the air was stale, dust swirling in the light. But there was a warmth here, a strange comfort I couldn't place. A faint smell of something sweet, like honey in old books. On a table by the window, a single candle burned, its flame small, steady. Beside it sat a journal, its cover worn and faded, as if many hands had held it, carried it through long years. I reached out to touch it, feeling its weight in my hands. A strange heaviness that felt familiar, though I'd never seen it. Opening the first page, I read a name I didn't know. Elara Hart. Page after page, filled with careful handwriting, stories of her own life, her own fears and hopes. As I read, I felt a chill. She sounded so much like me. Her dreams, her secrets, the questions she asked herself on lonely nights. They mirrored my own. I lost track of time, sitting in that dusty cabin with only her words, her voice, as if she were there beside me, guiding me somehow. But then, a faint sound like footsteps outside. I closed the journal quickly, my heart pounding again, and peered out the window, seeing nothing but darkness. I thought of leaving, of running back down the trail. But something held me there, a feeling I couldn't shake. It was like the forest itself wanted me to stay, to listen, to learn. Slowly, I turned the page, reading on, feeling the weight of her words pulling me in. In her final entry, Elara wrote of her own fears, a sense of being watched, a presence in the woods. I felt a chill then, as if her words were written just for me in that moment. But before I could read more, the candle flickered, dimming, and I heard a voice behind me. "Who are you?" it whispered, soft, curious, almost kind. I turned, holding my breath, and saw only shadows. Shadows that shifted, swayed. I don't remember running, don't remember the journey back. But I found myself at home, breathless, my hands trembling, the journal still in my grasp. That night, I lay awake, the words of Elara Hart echoing in my mind, the voice, the shadows, the way the forest watched me. In the days that followed, I returned to the trail, searching for the cabin, for any sign of Alara's story. But the path seemed to change, as if it were hiding something, keeping its own secrets. Sometimes, in the quiet, I still hear her voice, a gentle whisper in the leaves, reminding me to listen, to seek out the truth, to trust the strange paths that call to me. And though I never found her, I feel her presence still, guiding me through shadows, teaching me to find light in the dark places, to hold on to wonder even when I'm afraid. In a way, I think she's there, a part of the forest now, part of its memory, its magic, a spirit bound to the land, waiting for someone to listen, to remember, to carry her story into the world again.